I was in the bathroom and I'm like, heck, I'm going to be late. I better hurry up. So we're here now. I have got the cards out. Yes, this will be your last live edition. There will be one premiere, and that will be due to the fact that I'm moving. So before that, I'll see you on the other side. Anyway, that was great, wasn't it? I can go now. Okay, so we have pulled the joint connection. I'm hoping to God I'm not going to cough because I have had man flu. I call it man flu. Just the generic type, you know. So we'll persevere through. I can block the screen out and mute the microphone so you don't have to listen to my unruly cough. Hi, Dale, how are you? Yes, I've got it on backwards. It's bloody cold here in WA, so we're winging it so I can hide the bad hair because I'm packing, I'm blogging, I'm getting the content ready for the members via the website. We have a membership via the website. There is a special out at the moment, and it's for the duo packs, which covers your star signs. You get 2 editions of it, and you also get weekly content for your twin flame path, and that's $35. So while I'm away, if you can't book a reading and you want that added support, that is there for you at a discount to have a trial. So how have we all been? How are we feeling this gorgeous ascension energy? Has it been intense? Many of you might have been feeling anxiety, feeling like you're on mission. You don't know where you're going, though, like a headless chook. Spiritually within the joint connection, obviously, because both Neptune is retrograde in Pisces. We also have Juno retrograde in Pisces. For its karmic test, and I've had large revelations over those subjects over the last 48 hours psychically. It's funny, even in the Czech coffee cup reading I did pull, which I haven't been able to do a reading based on it, there was the crocodile in the cup, and there was an apostrophe on its back, and the first message I got was crocodile tears, but that we're safe. You know? Yes, each one of you within your ascension in the star signs, I actually do cover where your ascension's coming from. So that's one added bonus of getting the duo pack, is that your wellness reports will actually tell you where the energy's coming from and how to manage it, you know, what food groups, etc. So we do go into that on my website. Now, okay, so what were the downloads I was seeing before I get into the cards? And I've picked a ruin cast for masculine, the in-between energy, and divine feminine, which your read's looking really bloody interesting. So many of you are probably all up in your feels, but really looking at it very matter of fact, right? Okay, so what were the downloads? One is to be prepared. And it's really funny. Years ago, you know, this was back in 2017, 18, there was large talk about the event. And, you know, some of us really got to the point all we ever heard was the event. In layman's terms, one could call the event, which was the Great Conjunction, the awakening, which many twin flames already went through back from 2002. So many people did, as empaths, go through that awakening stage. You know, it's kind of a kickoff game of it. And it continued through to 2012 and then very heavily through 2017 and 18. For some of you, like me, separations and reconciliations. And I know this bloody thing is going to literally make me cough. So I'm hoping to God it's not going to get too bad, because this fool put the heater on, didn't she? Now where we stand, because Juno in Pisces is retrograde, you can dang this is the quiet, okay? Many of you can get to a point where you're feeling as though nothing's happening, and trust me, it bloody is, okay? Just because you're not seeing it doesn't mean it's not happening. These are literally stories you're telling yourself during this time. There is a massive event that is happening. It is happening. It's happening to all of us. We're all changing. We're all feeling we have to level up in some way, and it's driving us a little bit balmy. Needing of mission and purpose and things shifting around in our life is going to feel pretty heavy. And automatically, when we are having the tension, where that tension is coming from is where the solution is. It sounds crazy, but it's generally where the tension is where the solution is. So wherever in your own individual side of the fence the tension's coming from, that's the problem, okay? So sometimes there's a solution for it. Sometimes our guides literally teach us to have less ego, and that's where in the separation we go through the 7 stages of healing in the connection, okay? So we're going to get straight into it because I'm scared I'm going to cough to death. And I was like, how am I going to wing this? Do I pre-record it? Okay, there's this feeling at the moment for divine feminines that everything's so bloody mean. It's all hard. It's unfair. It's just not right. I do feel you guys are focusing on the karmic quite a bit as well. Now, the karmic has per se, not necessarily. Maybe paranoid that if you reconcile with this person, this drama is going to continue on. Some of you can be looking at it that you feel they're never going to change. Some of you are fearing if you go back into it, is that going to come about, later? Is there going to be another situation? But I feel that in the past, you're kind of looking at it with new adult eyes. It's like maybe, in the old days, it would have been a little glimmer of hope, what was given was maybe premature, was maybe quite small. I'm turning the air conditioner off. Pause with me. Do you want to look at a screen or look at an intro? Because you don't want to listen to this. Where is it? Bear with me. It'll be 2 seconds. There it is. And then if it, 5 seconds. We're back again. I'm hoping that wasn't too boring. Yes, that is our commitment to you guys. So let's get into it. We have the ruin cast for Divine Feminine. Okay. And I was organised. I'm not wearing pants again. I'm always bloody wearing pants because I'm doing man jobs all the time. Right, and I pulled a chakra card. Okay, so number one, you're just looking at the connection with more realistic eyes. You're looking at it like, gee, I was so satisfied before with, a pinch of salt or a small amount of subliminals, just whatever it was enough. It's not anymore. Third eye. Oh, what a criticism. Why is this there? Because Leo's there, right? So we've got, yes, this is sunshine. It is. It's intuition. It's thought. It's logic. It's identity. We had the Leo moon. The risk was when we're tuning into it, we're up in our grills. We're up in our third eye. Right, I'm seeing this from a different perspective. Why did I think this? Why did I think that? But it can be a little bit egoic. Now, that can feel a little bit disillusioning. Some of you can be experiencing headaches, tension through the third eye, a lot of throat chakra at the moment. And I did say through our transits, we could have wellness coming up collectively, which is already happening. So the third eye isn't too impressed by what it's saying. Some of you want to see this person. Some of you want to see that. Hi, Leslie. How you doing, darling? Some of you want to see this person. You're like, come on, and I feel at the moment, divine feminines are in a lot of masculine energy and we're just fed up of being a masculine. I kind of, my best friend energy is with my inner divine masculine, and I know when to pull from one, when to drop the other. So when it gets tense, what I tend to do, especially because everything's moving everywhere, there's many moving pieces we've got in our life, go reconnect with your emotions, drop doing what you're doing for 5 and go and do something else. So for me, I was blocking, I was working, I was in my divine masculine, and I am getting cabin fever. So I went and did gardening. I went to a garden centre. I just went to do something different. Don't even know if that's English. Anywho, so we have this in reverse. Swan, good old, romantic. Cancer constellation, Venus is in Cancer till the 11th of August, 2022. The color green, which is heart chakra. Yes, we do have the heart chakra. And the thing is, Leo energy doesn't like clouds. It's like, I need to know where I'm going. And of course, for us, if we can't bloody see it, I'm waiting. I can't see it. I can't see anything. We become angry. We become all heart and head, and we are thinking too much, and then we're protective of ourselves. Because what you're looking at was an immature kind of energy. And you saw the potential, right? But now you don't want to invest in the potential. One way you can look at Juno and Pisces, which was more at a collective level, is don't fall in love with the project. The problem is empaths always see the possibility. It could look amazing, a bit like business, really, you know, jump on YouTube. It could be amazing. See the potential, okay? But there's the hard work involved in it. But the trick to it at the moment with the transits is if you feel some sense of urgency that you need to explain, that you need to convince, that you need to say if that wasn't your job. You need to trust that you're worth it. You need to trust you're not the problem, unless, of course, your communication style is problematic in the mix on your side of the fence, not theirs. That's, you know, that comes. Because this feeling that things are going to shift and maybe, hey, everything's going to turn upside down and you're going to get the same crap with somebody else. Well, it's possible, but generally speaking, something's coming about and it is changing. Some of you are kind of worried. It's like, oh, great, I'm going to move on with somebody else. And then, you know, your Omar Sharif twin flames coming back. And then what the heck do you do with that? You guys are ascending to a high level. And this month is going to be so super hard, dolls, especially for divine feminines, because with Uranus and Taurus in the mix, it's our nervous system, it's our coping mechanisms that we've moved towards as empaths to deal with stress. And that's more to nurture your senses, to tap into sound vibration, earth hurts, smells, you know, pleasant energies, connecting with earth. Change doesn't have to be a good thing. Uranus and Taurus is challenging us to see that we can be stable through uncertain times. And it's teaching us that it's just very challenging at the moment to let go of the steering wheel and actually have faith in God. That's kind of the hard part at the moment. So this links to tree, bear, swan, green, water, and earth. So it's emotions and needing to be grounded. It's in reverse. Where does it come to? Okay. Nurturing, nourishment, which is all the Cancerian energy. Moon is also that. It's you, your family, your home, how you feel as a person in your own feelings. Fertility, beauty, healing, growth. Esoteric meaning, earth, mother, spiritual growth and sustenance. Okay, you've got to feed a sister. You've got to feed a sister, man. When it's reversed, neglect, sterility, intimate perversion. So any betrayals, cheating, intimate wounds, yes, we're going to have them coming up, especially by the 20th. And many of you are going to pick it up because Mars is moving into the house of Gemini. Okay, from Taurus, Mars and Taurus, for feminines, those wounds, intimate wounds of betrayals, deceit, trust issues. We've got the third party card here, right? You're confused about it. You're trying to let that shit go. But it took you for 6 and you're like, you know, just, well, are we going back into that crap? Some of you could actually bump into this individual. Some of you wonder if you were confronted with this individual or face to face, how would you react to them? One would hope grounded. I've been in that predicament before. I actually was pretty impressed. I was like, wow, you did quite well, YILDIZ. Yes. High Priestess energy. Hi, Dal. Yeah, sometimes, Dals, you'll surprise yourself. You can, you know, being a higher person doesn't mean to say that you're not pissed. It doesn't mean to say that you can't stand your ground. I know my daughter at one point relating to a karmic situation went, Mom, I've seen a different side to you. And that was polite times, you know. Possibilities are endless. Okay, is a clearly auspicious ruin cast, even in reverse. Okay, thank God for that. A new life, fresh start, a new project. But don't remember, they're not your project. Okay, that's their job. In some circumstances, however, the appearance of this may indicate a need to take greater care. When reversed, it warns against neglect or worse, intimate abuse. So what does it mean by that? It's not to ignore your feelings. Obviously, if you're walking in where angels fair to tread and you're consciously doing such, well, then that is where you are becoming your own enemy in that situation. If you know during these transits and these feelings that you're looking at it and going, Houston, I think we've got a problem, I think you need to step back for a minute. And I feel that the test spiritually is universe is calling you to something that's going on your side of the fence. But I also feel this person is coming in. Some of you can feel very nervous because there are changes happening in your direct environment, your home, your work, your career, your health for some of you. You know, it's your wellness where you are feeling depleted energetically. And so because these dynamics are coming up, at a karmic level, some of you psychically are picking up on the energy over here, and you could potentially be tuning into a tower moment. But some of you are thinking this person's going to become single and go into a bloody karmic relationship again. Is it a Venus retrograde? Technically, yes, but this is more relating to people of the past than, hey, would I predict that your twin could go back into a new karmic connection? No. An old one, maybe. A new one, no. More than likely communication with you. It's not that sort of transit. And everyone has their kind of butts hanging out, so metaphorically speaking, so to speak. So what you're going to find is you're more focused on trying to find that structure and stability. And sometimes, it's a little bit like a pacifier. If everything else is crap in our life and love is too, we've got a bit of a problem. So you've got to look at your own individual situation because, yes, this is collective energy, but there's also solutions on your side of the fence and what directly is going on in the connection. For you, I feel there is intimate wounds, and I feel some of you through the inner child, you need to balance the solar plexus and the sacral chakra because I do feel there's anxiousness coming through your nervous system. And I feel spiritually you can be a little bit on defense. And I heard the term warrior princess coming up for divine feminine, that you're feeling you need to defend yourself. And I mean, you physically can, trust me. I know you guys could whoop some ass. But at the same time, what does defending mean? It means choosing what is best for you right now, choosing what you feel is right. Some of you actually are going to get a string of suitors coming in, but in knowing the astrology, be wise with your choices. Because I do feel, again, the trust issues are going to be coming up, but not necessarily do you really need to worry about too many things. Certain zodiacs maybe, but at the moment what I'm seeing in the cards is maybe some came in prematurely and went out and now you're second guessing it because it's quiet in the mix, but there is something changing and it's going to happen very quickly and it is coming back again. You are going to be, could we say defiant? I wouldn't say defiant. I would be grounded and centered. You want to be in that space when you're communicating with this individual. And I feel it's almost like you're casting judgment on it and you're trying to be quite balanced. But at the same time, you want some physical movement and you're not going to run after this person. You're freaking out and feeling maybe you need to do something, but you actually probably need to be as grounded as possible. Within your own life, potentially, there can be something that you need to address both on the emotional and physical level. I'll go into clarifiers with those in a minute. Masculine, oh God, ambition plus. I'm hearing the term level up. Something's changing. This can be, it's almost like they're in the ethers and they're manifesting. They're looking at life and they're saying, hey, I want to be the most successful version of myself. I do feel they're in that Mars energy, but they're looking at where their life is going. They're looking at purpose. They're looking at career. But it feels they're wanting to be in their superpower. I feel some of them, and I knew this was going to happen moving into the first week of August, there's almost this dare in the woods, where you're stopping, you're going, oh, I want to do this, but then at the same time, it sort of stays stuck. There was a lot of intensity and there will be in the first week, and I did mention this. So many of you from an ascension point of view, the sacral chakra is being activated, but there's a lot of heart chakra and it's really a lot of heart and high heart chakra at the moment. In the eating energies on both sides, yin to the yang, you're going to go from obsessive eating to just not wanting anything at all, but you're also going to be very fussy, okay? You're going to want something that's going to tantalize the senses. Some of you are going to be looking at your image, and by mid-month, you're going to be absolutely critical of yourself, where you're going to want to go onto a fad diet. So just try to not go to extremes and try to not get to the point that you're being really a jerk to yourself. Okay, something in the mix has changed, and I feel they're having courage inside themselves. I feel that they're remembering the person that they used to be, and they do know that they're a decent person. They also do feel sometimes decency is to the detriment of their health, because very similar to you, Divine Feminine, they are an empath also. And so sometimes they get entangled in circumstances due to empathy, conditioning, and understanding. And I do feel from a shadow effect, emotionally speaking, Divine Masculine is looking at their role in society, but they're also looking at their role to want to go and have a career, to want to be a separate energy, separate to just a role in society, if that makes sense. I feel they're coming through where they really want they do want you. There's nothing to do with them not wanting you here in the mix. God, they're so bloody quiet. Yeah, nausea will come up especially. I'll go into that towards the end. We'll cover some ascension. Okay, so there's this feeling of wanting to be loving towards you. Like, they totally get it. They're like, I know, I've got to make a decision. And I don't think it's that dulls they haven't made a decision. They want to be with you. They want to be there for you. They, in their heart of hearts, they want to be the best version of themselves. They don't like the way their energy is being very flighty up and down. It's almost like if you guys are in communication and you have conflict after the fact, but for 2 weeks, they're going to be hating on themselves, because it's not actually who they are to the core. It's a direct response to the current environment of what they're enduring. And you've got to remember, both parties are there to activate and trigger each other. So when you have that communication style, that good old question of why doesn't it work and this person's not saying my side, it's like, no, because that's your experience and you're both there to trigger and activate each other. But when a person is having a trigger, because you're joint energy, both of you are having a similar trigger, but you're having to look at it from a different point of view. So for Divine Masculine, they're actually going through what you guys went through a while ago, which is, no, this is what my role is in society. And you're like, Jesus, take the wheel. No, it's not. This is what it means. But you still have a slight attachment, and that's why it's coming up for you. So if you were particularly feeling, hey, and I'll give you one example. There's one Patreon on YouTube that is a fellow subscriber, and that their masculine is in a karmic relationship right now with what we could deem is a person that has a substance abuse. So Divine Masculine wants Divine Feminine to help rescue her, right? Divine Masculine does want twin, but the problem is he's taking a role on. Does that mean that they're a bad person? No. But because Divine Feminine is like, on some level, Divine Feminine is empathizing, right? Because Divine Feminine doesn't realize if she steps back, she actually will get her Divine Masculine, because it's got nothing to do with her. It's got to do with the fact that this person is trying to find a way to make sure that that karmic is going to be okay. That's not completely their job, because we're not people's parents. We can have empathy and understanding and act like a decent human being 100%. This person will find a solution, and they will only do what they can do. Okay? So here in the mix, there is a thought of wanting to be with the Divine Feminine at a collective level. So, and it's funny because the Lionsgate portal, look at the date, all of this week into next week, and it's for much of the month, is really that activation. It's the strength, what you think you will create. Now think about it. It's not just on the 8-8 portal. If you're getting into this conviction in your third eye, Divine Feminine, you need to be bloody careful what you're thinking. They're always going to be in a karmic relationship. There's going to be a tower moment. There's going to be a third party. You don't clear that third eye. Clear the third eye because you're manifesting it. If there's a problem and you get into resistance, drop the ball, go and do something different, and give it to Gaia. And you're going to find if there's not a solution, do some breathing exercises, let go the road to least resistance. Universe is going to bring you a solution. And usually it can happen in 20 minutes. And I'm not joking there, but you literally have to drop it. And you want to do that this week, especially moving, so sorry, into the full moon in Aquarius, because we're activating manifestation. The worst manifestation I ever did in my life was all through my third eye. My person is going to cheat on me. My person's going to have a child with somebody else. Everything happened. Don't do it, feminines. Okay? You can't. So I was like, shit, if I can do that, I should be manifesting those good things, right? You got to let go for it to come to you. Letting go is more the ego than the physical person. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay, I do feel this person is feeling this distance between you. They feel, but they also understand the resume. You can't be with a karmic. Have some time to yourself. Do what you need to do. Just pull a clarify. I've got to get a new chair. This chair squeaks. My masculine call Monday. He paused. Oh, did you call him back? Leonix? I can't. There's something that they have an idea about relating to money, and I think you guys probably need to trust them. They have an idea. Values also in the mix with the karmic. We're not in alignment. Okay, some are actually separate already. All right, I'm seeing like separation energy. What's this one up to? Some of you are thinking that there's unfinished business here with the karmic. But the funny thing is, divine masculine, you may think divine masculine's not coming in, but they are. Bloody nephew. My nephew and my daughter's boyfriend gave me the flu. Bastards. Okay, this divine masculine knows that they need to make a decision soon, but they want to prove to themselves that they can do this. They're trying to find forgiveness. For some, there is something in the mix going on where they are ending a cycle. There is no love between the karmic cycle and this situation. It is going to the past. They feel they've got to see something through, and they're going to make this decision. This decision is going to be made. The ruin cast that they have. They've been dreaming a lot about you. Some of you might have been getting some psychic downloads via your dreams. I feel they know that you know how to handle them, but the trigger's coming up at the moment. It needs to calm down, and I feel it's got to that quiet zone. This is where the transformation is going to come from. What chakra do they have? Oh, about time. Okay, we have Mars. And where is it? Which is so metaphorical. Okay, heart chakra. And where is Mars? It's in Taurus. It's in a Venus house. So masculine is in the heart chakra at the moment. Okay, Aries. Mars, which is sexual energy. Aries, right? So it's to do with hunter-gatherer. It's getting things done. It's their personal power and liberation. Definitely self-esteem is going to be coming up. They're really not going to take no crap. Oh, believe me, because it's on the chest now, apart from actually exfoliation, I've been doing all of that. And 20 chilies. Yeah, you got to get it straight on. But now it's coming away. So everything else, it's fine. It's just getting it off my chest. Money, wealth, success, status, power, ambition, opportunity, generative energy, esoterically, mobility, creativity, magical power, reverse, destruction, greed, discord, power struggles, and burnouts. They are very tired. I will say that, okay? They're very tired on the material plane. And I said this, through separation, some of them are feeling like shit. I've got to get back to work. Depends. If they're looking after someone that's taking them backwards, they feel they need to recharge that area. If there's a separation, they know they're going to lose income in order to liberate themselves. But I do feel they're realizing it. And I feel by letting go, they're realizing they can quickly recover if they let go and start again. That's South Node Scorpio. It's like, okay, where can we find a more structured way of living so we can sustainably live through these changes? Okay, so it teaches us about the instabilities of relationships. It should be, where is it? Can unbalance the relationship with your fellows, creating jealousy and strife. Caution should be exercised. Don't be greedy. Share your good fortunes and all will prosper. And I feel this is more to do with the karmic situation, okay? I don't, because I'm really not feeling this person being greedy. I feel it's more to do with the fact of maybe they have been a sole provider, or something in the situation has made them codependent in the connection in some way, either the karmic or the masculine, right? Or it could be a circumstance very separately, and it is to do with some sense of resource entanglement. But I kind of feel they're just like, it's when you give up. It's like, I have to give up. This isn't working. I need to have compassion and forgiveness and let it go. And I also, as a manifester, can generate more wealth. In the mix of your joint connection, and this is on their mind, I can go and do this myself, and then I can just let that go. But I also feel from an emotional point of view, after this is over, they are thinking about what their purpose personally is going to be. In the mix, they are thinking about love with you. Okay, now the blockage that is coming up, number one, I would say, is Divine Feminine directly feels that there is going to be another karmic, or the karmic is going to remain there forever. Divine Feminine, really? Middle energy. Do you want me to show you what it is? Inner child wounds. Inner child wounds. Rune cast for the joint connection. Big changes. Karmic changes. Emotions coming up. Okay, all in the Leo. We're still embodying that Leo moon. It was to have the courage to move forward away from the darkness into the light, to be the strength within yourself and to have courage, to know what you're worth. That doesn't mean you'll dip back into things and be feeling that somebody's going to rob your shopping basket? Yeah, 100%. Okay, Odin. Oh, God, Saturn and Aquarius, they're talking about the next moon. Oh, good God. Raven, Mercury, Wednesday, air. I legit have come on YouTube with the tooth abscess. I've been on YouTube with all sorts of ailments, haven't I? Poor Libra. Advice, communication, contemplation, inspiration, authority, tradition, blessing, skill. Esoteric meaning. Initiation, sacred knowledge, divine inspiration. It's in the upright. You guys are both in the upright. This rune reassures us that the answer is out there. And it may be revealed through inspiration, wise counsel, or a treasure of traditional wisdom. It asks you to be still. Make the effort to receive the embodied wisdom and understanding. Such is the humor of Odin. Now, the funny thing is, many moons ago, 3 years ago now, I literally had this belief system that I was the problem, my twin was choosing somebody else, and they were better than me. And that's so basic. It's so basic. When you peel the layers of the onion back, you see the true story. Okay, you got to pull the onion leaves back. They make you cry. Keep going to the root cause. The beautiful thing is, through those tears, you're actually going to find in the stillness, away from the crazy stories you tell yourself. If your twin has said to you, I'll give you an example. I don't want to do this with you right now, bloody, bloody, blah. Please tell me how long this has been going on for. You have both the truth and the fallacies that you tell yourselves. Emotions are going to tell us those stories because we already had a wound there, right? You're very protective in the heart, the both of you. Both of you are very protective of each other. That's the crazy thing. Even if you can have blasphemy and get angry at each other and have fights, in the heart of it, both of you are very protective of yourself, but both of you were very hurt in life before. That's the truth. We're all hurt, right? What's crossing you, both of you are bogged down with burdens at the moment in your own lives. That's all. Some of you are thinking it's a physical wall. Some of you are about to choose an aspect of your destiny, and you're scared that you feel if you address it, that it will affect your connection somehow. Some of you, that could be a holiday. Some of you, that could be a business. And so you're freaking out thinking, if I do this, is this going to affect my connection? No. No. No wall, no ocean will affect it. You need to get balanced. There is balance coming, but there's something in your lives that with Uranus and Taurus, it could be pulling down at the moment and you're freaking out about it. Things are changing. Change is scary, but change happens every day. How many hairs drop out of our head and new ones grow? For some of us, not all of us, but you know what I mean? 20 years' time, I'll probably have less teeth than I have right now. That could be a good thing. It could be a bad thing. I don't know. They're coming through very traditionally at the moment. It's quite funny. Okay, I do feel this stalking you guys a bit. It's almost like they're a bit... feminines, if it's not you, I do feel there's one party in the mix here that is getting a little bit paranoid that the other one's moving forward. There's a swap of energy happening here. Somebody's checking up on you to see if you've moved on with somebody else. Some of you do have 2 offers. Some of you are feeling you've cried over spilt milk enough. You need to move forward. You don't want any more surprises, but surprises happen in all areas of life and they don't have to be bad things. Advice for Divine Feminine. Yeah, definitely through the ascension, I had been getting nausea. Panic attacks have been cropping up for me. Something to do with your inner child. You've got inner child again. Inner child, clear your home. Hi, Ben. Feminines, clear your home, clear your solar plexus. Do some inner child. Try to not get in your head too much because you're manifesting and your third eye is freaking you the hell out. Also, avoid pacifiers and toxic habits at the moment. They're not going to work, especially because we have Neptune retrograde and Juno in Pisces. You want to steer clear of those this month. It's going to put you off the Richter scale. That can be beverages. It can be psychedelics. You just want to avoid that at all costs. It's going to mess you up. I'm just saying. Any other month, you do what you want. Uranus and Taurus in the mix of this. Okay. Now, some of the transits, if you pick where the moon's going, depending on what zodiac sign you are, you need to practice good PPE with the food at the moment. Has been me. Yeah, it is. It's, and in order to balance it, you can walk. I mean, years ago when my ascension started, I remember connecting with the universe, getting the signs, the synchronicities, and honestly, you would have thought I was a daydreamer away with the fairies. I was getting animal totems, number synchronicities, psychic as well. Add that in the mix. But I literally, when I had the inner child coming up, I put my headphones on. I would come back and connect with the sun. I would go for a walk and I would burn that energy. But if you move from the hips, it moves the wound. And you've got to understand, when we go to meditation, one is thinking, oh, this will get rid of it. This will calm it down. No, it shakes it up. Okay. What it does is it shakes whatever's up and it brings it up in a purge. So To calm it or to charge it is to face that wound, so that it doesn't define you. And it's looking at it from a different angle each time. You're nurturing it, you're loving it, but you're saying to it, you can't be the nav man in this situation. I'm the adult, you're the wound, and we're having the conversation right now. And this, I'm not going to let this navigate the way my mannerisms are, so I am a bitch. And I want my power back, so I love myself for that. That's coming up. Now, is this the same as it was before, or am I just getting up in my head? So, clear water, lots of clear water. Add lemon juice, drink chamomile tea. Infuse your diet with the yellow food groups, squash, butternut. Try to also keep away from red. And try to avoid toxins at the moment where you can. It's a really good week for a detox, let's put it that way. On top of the fact that we're picking up Saturn energy already. Good Lord. Saturn in the mix. You're going to be freaking out. You know, people can be having fights with their friends. People can be getting to a point where you're going to be not agreeing with the tribe, and that's not my tribe anymore. That's not my beliefs. So just be understanding that everyone is going to be triggered. In your twin flame connection at the moment, 3 days. I'm feeling 3 days. Something big's going to shift. It feels very quick, though. It really feels very quick. You could get a little bit nervous. Many of you kind of think, oh, the end date is once you reconcile. No, that's a new date. That's another stage of twin flame path, which I will give. I'm going to start that information content during the month after I move. And during Mercury retrograde, I will be working on the twin flame path. Information content. Surely will. If you haven't seen this star signs, go through and have a look. I'm sorry to Aries. It didn't work. If there's any Aries in the house, you guys have got lots of changes, dolls. If I have 5 today, I will try. I'm cramming a lot in because I'm moving. Otherwise, I'll have to do you guys a better quality one soon. But I do have the star sign subscription on the website. Yeah, detox at the moment. And I'm not, when I say detox, I'm not talking, let's get a hot body. That's great. I'm talking clearing out the system. Some of you also are going to have that happening very naturally. It's all of a sudden got to hit the loo. Nausea, that can be coming up, especially changes in your temperature, can be panic and fluctuation. So you do need, especially Leos, you have to look after your heart chakra this month. Anyone that has issues with the heart, you need to take additional care. Virgos, Geminis, a lot more in your ascension. Very emotional. Libra and Aries as well. You're a dag. Yeah. So Aries, you guys do have lots of changes, but it's very personal for you. Aries ascendants and Aries, you can let people in. Other people can help you too. Big changes in your romantic sector this month, that's for sure, Aries. Especially moving into September. Ooh. And I tell you, 7th of September, karmic test relating to Juno. That's one of the D days in the transit. What's haunted? Anywho, okay, any super chats in the house that I wanted? At some point, I will do some via the website as well and give them as a discount, and they'll be the prepaid ones that we can do over here. I'll organise them once I've moved. Spiritually, I do feel Divine Masculine has been actually meditating upon the future. I think they're actually, it's so funny. They're dorks. They're very serious at the moment. They're very serious to do with their future. It's quite amusing. It reminds me back in the day when I had to build the, what would I say? The early days of my twin flame path, it was like, no, I need to be leveled up. I need to be Saturn. I need to just have my ducks in a row. I've got to be safe. So this is what safety looks like. And what was safety in the old days? White picket fence, doing things structured, having a full-time job. Is that safe? Is the collective thinking these days that's safe? No, they're growing vegetables now. So that's Uranus and Taurus. They're showing us the fallacies of our way through evolution. I'm so sorry. Research clue. What would you like to know, my love? What zodiac are you, research clue? I'll give you a double whammy. See, the room's cooled down now. I'm not coughing. Oh, what are you doing, research clue? There's some big changes here. Something in the area of your life is changing big. What's the masculine doing? Something's coming up in their life, but you have something big coming up in your life too. There's something to do with the conclusion and reach. A conclusion is within reach. Seeing a bunch of people around this person. Gemini with Scorpio moon. Oof. Good old Scorpio, right? Big, well, from the Scorpio position, lots of changes. From the Gemini position, lots of changes. So lots of changes in life and money. Let's see their side. What's going on with them? Okay, whatever was stagnant and stuck, I don't know. I'm seeing a lot to do with a role inside a career for this person, working late nights and making major decisions. Something hasn't been sitting quite right on this person's stomach with life. I don't feel they've been communicating about this with anyone, but I think they've been quite in their head, but it does feel like pulling back before they're moving in to address it. Belief systems really in the mix with this person is quite upside down. I do feel this person's really, they're really quite adult, if that makes sense. It doesn't feel like they're not adult. They feel really adult. They're moving away from dramas though, but they're just doing it more cautiously. Do they have kids? Do they have kids? Because I'm feeling a bunch of people around this individual. It's strange. It feels like a group of people. I'm feeling burdens on the shoulder, major decisions, but they're holding back. I think it's almost like they're waiting on something. There's something, some sort of news, some sort of information that they're waiting on. Are you there, research clue? There's also, it feels like a relative that might be unwell. Yeah. Yeah, it feels like some major changes. I feel they're very, it's almost like they're putting themselves in hermit mode. There's a lot of flashbacks here, but there's a dissatisfaction with life at the moment, right? And, you know, they are thinking about reconciliation, but they've kind of pulled back because they feel emotionally, you know, they feel they need to at the minute just to look at things. But they think that's the responsible way to address it, if that makes sense. There's something definitely that they feel is over, but at the same time, that's where it's like, okay, I need to choose me. Does that make sense? So I feel all of this crap that has been going on, I don't necessarily feel it's them. I feel it's the problems around them. They're kind of looking at it going, I need to step back because this is over, but they're kind of like forgiving themselves for that, if that makes sense. At a point, they were looking at life like, I'll move forward after the child has grown. Now they're feeling that's not able to. Do you get what I'm saying? I have to move forward regardless. I'm going to pull a clarifier on that. Are they with the karmic? I don't feel so. Communication maybe, mutual agreement maybe, but I don't necessarily feel karmic. I don't know why. Yeah, disputes over that. This karmic knows who you are. Could be baby mama. They know who you are. They don't like you. There's a bit of jealousy. Yeah. Yeah, like I wouldn't say that's a bad thing. I wouldn't say it's a bad thing at all. But I do see like a change in that, and a change in attitude. I hope that helps, Madal. Get ready for changes in your financial sector too. Kerry, hi. Hope you enjoyed that one research clue. Kerry. Love Friday. A little update. How you doing? Yeah, well, I felt so bad that the Aries star sign didn't work. I was like, you've got to be bloody joking. All the rest of them worked. So it must be something quite synchronistic for Aries at the moment of whatever is going on. Thanks, Giggle. Yes, research clue, she does. It must be a synchronistic message for you guys anyway. Okay. Okay. You have some things on your mind and they're distracting you. Universe and your guides are saying, Kerry, don't get distracted. You're weighing yourself down with things. You might need a bit of fresh air. You're definitely breaking old patterns and habits. That's in the bag. But there's something that you're really concerned about in your own personal life at the moment, very separate to your twin. Your twin's here, right? So you may bump into the karmic. I just want to give you an FYI there. This can, I'm seeing a shop. I'm seeing you walk in and it could be like a deli, a cafe. It's like, or this can come, it just feels visual. To me, I'm seeing visual. I don't think you're expecting it. But there's something to do with karmic coming up that you're just not expecting. Somebody could be giving you more gossip. They could be giving you a reading. This could be a spiritual friend that's giving you some information. You're looking at both sides of the coin. You're still on point with where you're going in life. That's not changing. You're worried about things. You're letting things bog you down. Headaches. I don't know why I get. You need to get the glasses checked. You may hear something to do with separation with the individual. There's an unhappiness happening in that connection. Unhappy. The person is not happy. Okay, your guides are pretty much coming in saying, maybe this is the demeanor you're having, but it's definitely coming through on your love and truth side. If you're not happy, it's like that song. If it makes you happy, why the hell are you so sad? You know? What the hell are you so sad? So, yeah, this person's having the courage to move forward. I feel this is popping off this month for them. I don't feel this individual is very happy at all, but there's gossip. I feel you're going to get gossip. Okay? Could be troubles around the energy of mother. You're worried. They're going to slap you out of it. They're going to tell you, it's okay, stop fussing. This person's energy is stubborn, Kerry. But you could have a social event that you're asked to go to, but you're going to gauge it. You're going to gauge it. You may need to. Okay? We can talk later. We shall talk later. Who's we got next? Warrior woman. Why do I have to tell you something good? You want me to lie to you? I love it when people say that. Tell me something good. It's going to get better, okay? And we're going to wake up tomorrow. What is going on spiritually for me in TF journey? I find these questions amusing. Do you know why? As a psychic medium, I think that's one good thing about coaching sessions is that many of us half the time are wondering where the hell the bloody blockage is. But we do have power of these blockages, right? And they do come up and they are energy. So by doing work on our blockages actually helps our union, right? So if something comes up, take it, because it's news to help you through the blockages. And your blockages are what's blocking your twin flame path. The universe does not believe that, okay? Universe will give you what they feel you can cope with. And YouTube would be the worst place to be if you can only handle good. Because you're going to have some freaking tarot readers telling you that your twin's got something up their bloody sleeve. Okay, there's worries here, there's stress. You've potentially had some triggers. Okay, let's find for your counterpart. There's a bit of, worry around this at the moment. Dynamic happening around family and home. There's a blockage here. Is this person in a karmic relationship? Or are you in communication? Why do I get the feeling, are you guys in communication? Yeah, because there's insecurity and jealousy here, though. Something's coming up in a trigger sense. Something is bringing you backwards, okay? Something is taking you spiritually backwards, and it is a block. There's a little bit of attachment here of the way you think this needs to be. Because the person's so close. The person's so close. What's no comms, no communication? Well, this feels like communication's going to come up, but I'm seeing the energy of both parties here very close. I'm also seeing there are some insecurities that are cropping up. There's some feelings, there's some fretting, there's some feeling of, but it seems like a negotiation. This could be happening on the ethers, but there is a butting heads of these two areas at the moment. Okay, you spiritually feel maybe this person isn't valuing you, but I feel they actually value you a lot. Yeah, they value you a lot. Yeah, because look, I feel this is preparing you for that. But the problem is on the ethers, you're battling it because you subconsciously feel you're not ready. you're in the warrior princess mode, right? You didn't respect me, you didn't love me, you didn't value me, you didn't choose me. That energy is moving through the ethers to prepare you because they're on their way. And the problem is because you're not honoring it where it can come in and you can say, yes, I am worth that. Yes, I am worthy. Yes, I was loved. You're battling it at the moment. He doesn't show it much at all. What do we feel the language of love is? 9 times out of 10, the way you exhibit energy to him is what you want to be shown, right? How many years have you known each other? How long have you known each other in your twin flame path so far to date? From direct connection. $20 years. Okay. Now, this is where you tell yourself a lie and you tell yourself a fallacy. Okay. 20 years of knowing this person, you now have to say, if that was not true and this person didn't adore me, why would they still talk to me? Okay. If they didn't love me, why would they still deal with me? Okay. So once you accept in 3D that wasn't the problem, because we, as human beings, we always want to find a problem. What do I mean by that? Okay, the reason why I haven't had my connection is because I wasn't attractive, I wasn't lovable, I wasn't good in bed. You know, we say that shit. Yeah, 9 times out of 10, when you're calm enough and you look back, you go, well, not really. Not really. 25 years, like, not really. So what you need to understand is you don't need to hear it for them to believe it. So in your life, you do not believe you're worthy. In your life, you do not feel you're lovable. In your life, you feel people will leave you. And it goes all the way back to the inner child. So your blockage in the connection through the ether style is both through your third eye and your solar plexus. So you need to balance those. Do some inner child work. You know, sit with it and go, each time that comes up for you, I can be open and I'm not vulnerable anymore. Nobody can hurt me. Nobody can hurt what's already broken. So when you're open to it, it's almost like give into it and walk into that wound. Does that make sense? So it's walking into it and not running from it. Yeah, the real Empress. I'm used to that, doll. That's fine. At some point, I am going to add the super chats ahead of time, and they can be on the website. If you want to get them cheaper there, you grab them. Otherwise, here they're $20 generally. Do you have any questions? Does that work? Yeah, so when it comes up, just go, no, I'm not telling myself that story. That is not true. That is not what this is. If that was so, this wouldn't be 20 years. Okay? But your disillusionment is, oh my God, I'm getting old and, you know, this person's not going to be here. Stop telling yourself that story. Yeah, like if you're having a dream state, for instance, walk into that. Walk into it and connect. Don't be scared. Don't run away. Because what you're actually meeting in the ethers, especially in the dream state, especially if your twin comes into your dreams, you're actually connecting with your shadow self. So your fear is that person's going to reject you. You need to move into that rejection and go, what does that look like? Can I love it? Can I honor it? And can I go, no, am I rejecting myself? Am I feeling I'm unworthy? Am I feeling unattractive? Am I feeling not sexy? Whatever that be. Okay? Yeah, but then say to yourself, I'm worth, I went through the same thing. That's why I said, come through and get some coaching. I went through the same thing and I literally said to myself, okay, what I'm choosing is what's authentic to me. Separately, if this takes the rest of my life and I know this is for me, well, I don't want anyone else. Why would I want anyone else? And I am worth that investment. And that if my healing takes the rest of my life, I'm okay with that. I am a good investment. And if I don't invest in me, I can't expect my twin to invest in me. So anytime I would do something, it would be like, well, you know, okay, I'm not going to be mad at myself. I'm going to invest in me. And by investing in me, of course, I would expect my twin to invest in me. Okay? Yes. Also, we've got the twin flame path there on the website. You know, it's only $35. So that does help with your mirror work in there. And it gives you the star signs too. Because I love you, Leslie, and we've known each other since century 2050. How you doing, lady? How you doing? Your life has been one big avalanche. What's happened? We usually do the readings at 20, but I'll do a one-off. What we looking at here, lady? What's been happening? How's work, love, life? What do you want to know? Leslie, are you in the house? We've got delays, I reckon, with the network. My God, my mouth's dry at the moment. I have not been able to drink my iced coffee, and I'm so unimpressed. I haven't been able to have protein shakes. So double unimpressed. I have been drinking chili soup like that as a no tomorrow. You're late to the party. How you doing, Char? Well, something in the mix for you is coming up. Okay, I feel, Leslie, there's a little bit of trust. Oh, heck, I'm running late for my reading. We better hurry up. It's okay, the person's in the house. We've got half an hour. Okay. So, what's going on with love here? What is happening? Is there something to do? Okay, so it's almost that you are either in a connection, but there's something to do with betrayal in a connection. There's worry here. There's like, this could be, I'm saying a question mark, and I'm saying two paths. Who is this soul? Who is this person? Because I feel like a split road and two paths. Who is what's going on? Is this two individuals? This could even be a situation from the past coming back. But the fork in the road, man, there's something here to do with love, and you're split in between a rock and a hard place. Yeah. Is there two people? Because this other person feels as though you have a deep connection with them, and you're like, crap, really? What? What? Bloody now? You shit. My lip balm. I'm going to be a diva. Okay, so is that what's happening? Yeah. My mouth is so dry. Not that I can't breathe through my nose, but I don't think I have been breathing through my nose. Trust issues. Okay. Now, I'm going to get you to repeat after me. I'm sexy and I know it, and I could have anyone. Say it. Does that mean this person is not like that? They could be. Why do I feel remote energy? Why do I feel this person works away? Definitely you've had a lot of shit. Like, you have had a lot of shit, right? There is this remoteness, and due to that, I'm seeing a person with dark hair, and you are funny. I feel they're work colleagues, and I feel you don't like the friendship. There is a person. They have what it could be a sister figure. It's just the way people are. This person is very loving and easygoing, and everyone likes them, but at the same time, you have your eye on one particular individual. You're like, I'm fucking watching you. And you do not like this person's energy. Trust your instincts. But you know the bitch of the thing is that when we're dealing with betrayals and connections, sometimes we can look crazy because it's like, oh God, okay. Because we've been hurt in a child wounds, can we get paranoid at times? Yes. Now, our intuition is not there to be babysitting a partner, and that's where we get a very bad rap. and we kind of go into the punching ring with our intuition. So when I had some challenges happen in my life, I've had many challenges. I got to a point I literally divorced my intuition. I was like, you betrayed me, you let me down, you didn't show me. But it was like, technically not. Your instincts will tell you, but we are not their parents. But if your instincts are guiding you and you know something and you're privy to it and you do nothing, the reason we don't do anything is because we know we're going to have to follow through. So, well, that's what that energy is then. So I'm sensing you kind of feel if you were to find something out, it would mean starting all over again. Does that make sense? Your instincts aren't the problem, though. You know what I mean? Your instincts directly aren't the issue. It could be that the work is not working for you anymore. It may be that you're wanting to be present in a connection and not working away so that you can be with that person. But at the same time, then if you weren't, what if that person was working away? Does that make sense? So at some point, we need to let go of the reins and go, this relationship will either survive or it won't. And if it doesn't, I can move forward. But it's about facing that fear so it doesn't define you. And look at it as a gold ticket. This is what I always say. I gave you a gold pass to my movie. And if you betray my movie, right? If you come in and you throw chocolate all over the seats and spill your thick shake, and you're going to get exited. I'm going to remove you from the premises. Because that gold ticket, you know you're psychic, girl. Strengthen your gifts. It's there. But there's a difference between people have so hurt me, and due to that, I don't trust any person, but I really feel something for this person. But I feel the two energies I was picking up is because of the previous person that hurt you. Does that make sense? Okay, I hope that helps. You know you can call me. Okay, on to the next bee. But yeah, just it's not your instincts, it's you. What would I say? Always trust your instincts, never second guess them. Your instincts aren't the issue. It could be because you know if you were to find something out or to follow through and investigate, Leslie, you'd be like, I'm going to now have to leave. Does that make sense? Yes. Jesus, take the bill. I'm like, take whatever is not meant for me. You know, and look, that's Scorpio. I got North Node Scorpio. We're used to having tower moments. Woman, you know this, and we keep moving forward. Repeat after me. I'm Leslie, and I'm hot, and I could have anyone. And you are very blessed to have my golden ticket. So behave or to the left. What is spiritual guidance for my next local step? I don't feel attached to much right now, except on my move and my new business I started. You were coming into my mind all week, Ben. You know what was coming up? It was, I am more than my work. Because the soul needs filling, and there's other attributes in your life. That's okay, Leslie. Oh, was it really? I jumped forward. Did I miss? Sorry, I'll get to it. So there's more in the energy that needs the soul to be fed. So your soul is enjoying its social attributes. Does that make sense? But at the same time, spiritually, there's the other side of you that is probably the intimate attributes. And I think it's the intimacy. Does that make sense, Ben? Yes. I'm saying intimacy with the connection, with your connection, intimacy. You're a dog, Leslie. You don't want to know. You can't hide. Don't hide. Just don't babysit them. You know what I mean? So, Ben, the real Empress, I'll jump back to you. Sorry. So there is Sometimes I feel my guides are showing me, and it's a really strange image. It's almost like, you know, your whole soul pivots beautifully, okay? But there's another side to you, right? That's inside your life that it's like when you listen, it's loud. Okay. And you sometimes what you feel, hear, sense, it can scare you. Because it may cause you to make decisions that you feel will be very out of sort for you. Does that make sense? And I don't think that's a negative thing. I just feel you're very firm with your aura. You're very firm with yourself and your guides. Very, how do I put it? It's really, yeah, there's two facets, okay? So the spiritual intimate and the connection, you for a while we're getting that from spiritual energy, which is great. But then we come back to, yes, but me in my body, in my soul, in my intimate connections, you know, lowering that guard and feeding that, that's been a little bit imbalanced. That feels no, it feels out of balance. And out of love and all the rest of it, you've been okay with that. You've been fine. But now your soul's crying, okay? It needs feeding. It's hungry. Which is more than likely universe saying, hey, Ben, there's another attribute to you that hasn't been fed. It needs feeding. I feel there's something changing within your intimate connection. I feel it's something to do with the conversation. I feel you guys already do have great communication. You do have great spiritual connection. You actually are the best of it friends. You're friends. But there's the soul. It's like you guys have been on mission mode. Does that make sense, Ben? Mission mode of living life, achieving. And there's a pause at the moment. Something's changing. It's entering into a new beginning. Your love interest is going through some personal changes that are quite confronting. Do you know what I'm talking about, Ben? You're very silent in the house. This could be a pause looking back to how you guys used to be to where you are now. But they're definitely bringing your relationship sector up. Everything else is looking good. Your connection, you do have love for this person. You do have love for this situation. You have been the light in this, right? Yeah. That saddens you. Like, it's like the Hermit card in Tarot. Sometimes spiritual leaders, spiritual, empaths, we're the Hermit card in Tarot, right? I will be the light as you are ascending. And they are ascending quickly. But for you, to a degree, there's been a little bit of sadness here because something's lighting up in your face now where it's like, wow, I've got some things going on too. It's almost like you need to turn around and look at each other, that the process is part of the destination, not just the mission, right? And that it's almost that you guys need to pause on everything right now, close out the world, and directly turn in towards each other and reconnect. You don't need to. Just make eye contact. Just stop that person from what they're doing. Grab a cup of tea, everything away. One room, maybe on a balcony. Do you have a balcony? Take the person's hand, sit side, get a seat, put a bloody in front of you, and do some breathing exercises. And hold her hands and say, I want you to connect with me. And you need to look at her in the eyes and you need to go, right, we're connecting. We're just taking a moment. Yeah, she got plenty of things to think about. You need to come back down to this moment, but so do you. And you guys both need this. That's what your guides are saying. Because your soul's getting a bit spent then, okay? And you need to honor it as well. The love is here, but it could run the risk of you holding the light while this person's ascending, and you can take 2.5. This connection is here. You're not going to be angry at each other. Nothing will screw that up. But my guides are saying you need to come back in towards each other and turn in. There is going to be a fresh start though. So it's just there's lots changing in your world, but that's what they're advising at this point in time. Okay? Your soul needs feeding. Inhale this constantly, yeah. That sounds good. You don't have to wait for then. I told you, your guide said you need to feed your soul. When's that? The 13th of August? No, heck, do it before then, please. You got to remember, we're going to the full moon in Aquarius. Full moon in Aquarius, you know, it can be real. It can be really heavy. It can be very emotional. But, you know, if your soul can hold on that long, sweet. But that's what your guides want me to tell you. Everything else is going good, Dale. At times, you do need to. Your guides are saying you need to listen to you as well, because psychically, intuitively, that's all there on point. Your guides to me are saying they're getting a little bit cross because you're needing to also feed you. Sometimes we can be on mission mode, we forget. Do you know what I mean? See? You know, and then the universe puts us in the naughty corner. Shit. You know what I mean? Okay. So, who did I have? I have... Just go on the veranda. It doesn't need to be far. Just a moment, you know, to tune out. Sit in the friggin' bath in the dark if you have to. Shit. Hello. What are we looking at? Yes, it is you. Okay, here you go. What's coming up? Positive or negative or otherwise? Thank you. I don't know, you're excited about something. I'm also feeling a grandparent energy around you. Who's this grandparent energy? She's cute. I like her. Who is this person? I don't feel it's a new energy that passed, but I hope not. Who is this person? This person's so sunshiny. They're so happy, whoever this energy is. Bloody character too. Thank you, Giggle, for your help. God, this was a bloody long one, wasn't it? For someone that was going to do a short and punchy read. All of you, get ready for communication. It's going to start popping off. I'd say actually it could be the week before the Aquarius moon or even 2 days after, but you're gonna get some major movement. So FYI. Okay, no clue. Anyway, this woman has glasses. She has white hair. This might have been a friend, a neighbor. This person is all up in your energy. So I don't know where you pick them up from, but they're coming up very strongly. This is a female energy. It is a grandmother. Feels like a grandmother energy. She wears glasses, short white hair, beautiful aura, like really, really always happy all the time. That's how this person's demeanor is, always happy all the time. They're impressed with something you're doing. I'm hearing you are my sunshine. Interesting. I feel you're letting go of things that don't define you anymore, but I feel there's this big change that you're about to move into. there's something to do with the past that you're tying up, but I also don't feel that, how do I explain it? You're going to let a wound go. You're being more open to situations. Everything feels like it's moving very quickly with you, but it's almost like you're throwing the baby out with the bathwater. Everything's just like, doesn't work, not doing it. I don't get that you are looking at things the same anymore. The real Empress, okay? Even your speaking habits, your thoughts, your processes. I don't know what you did, but it's pretty impressive. You've learned something very valuable. I don't know what this is, but there's these major changes that you're just really, really excited to move into in your life, and you're just not letting things hold you back anymore. You could be one of them that is actually going to deal with these things very quickly. What are you in a hurry for? What's going on here? You've learned something. You've turned over this new leaf. You like benchmark down here, benchmark up here, not waiting. You have 2 opportunities coming here. Where are you going? There is a honey coming for you. Okay, I'm just getting this picture of a person skipping along, like, you know that cockiness that human beings can get to, and it's when we've released or purged or healed, and we're like, yeah, I'm the shit, and then suddenly you're like, you will maybe bump into something that you think is absolutely smoldering, and you're like, oh, I'm in trouble. That's kind of what I see happening. There's a temptation energy here. There is a partnership. There's somebody that is coming in that is going to be the candy cane on the tree. Are you going on a holiday? Why am I getting a holiday here? God, I'm getting some random images they're showing me. What is that song? Okay, is it a working holiday? It's really strange. Because there's 3, I'm saying 3 people. I'm saying a holiday. I'm saying that, what's that bloody song? It's the one where they're sitting in the office. I've forgotten their names now. The name of it. Anyway, that she's basically in a rut. She's at work. She's doing a job. This skinny girl across from her sits there and says, I think you should be eating salad. And she goes on a holiday and she's just getting loose. Okay. So I see this being a working holiday. I see you very career orientated. Things are moving. Things are going great. There's something that's going to take you to another level in life. No, not working. It's money related though. So it feels that there's a reason or a process, but there is a holiday. 3 people I'm seeing. You're going to get a bit fancy free. Okay? You're going to get a bit fancy free. This also could be signing some documents. Yeah, it could be to do with an old situation. But I feel after that, your whole life's going to look different. But I do feel you're going to bump into somebody that's a real honey. Now, could that be your love interest? It could be. But I mean, you're going to be a bit dribbly. I want you, when you get back, to tell me how it goes. Well, it doesn't look bad, though. I mean, the bad's already happened. Does that make sense? That's already happened. You're tidying bows up about the past. Well, have we had the best life? What it's just any wounds that I'm seeing coming up with you. Look, you're in career orientation, yeah, and you've got the intellect there. You're wanting to just be fancy free. Does that make sense? You're wanting to have a bit of a break. You're having to deal with some tedious things, but it's going to be better than you think. This does feel holiday and orientation. Could it be extended? Yes. There's nothing bad here in the mix, though, but there's something of tying up of loose ends from the past. And I think really psychologically, you've got it in the bag. You guys are pretty optimistic about your logic here. Okay? I hope that helps. They don't have any fretting or any major... the major warning could be is, depending on when you're leaving, there could be delays. Because we've got the card of Gemini in reverse, which can mean delay in travel or delay in getting back. So... but you're going to be fine no matter what. So they're pretty much saying don't stress. Okay? I hope that helps. And I'll see you guys at the new house. Can't wait. Only got 2 weeks to bloody clean, pack, move. You know? Anyway, loving us all. Any other questions in the house in relation to what's happening with the super chats and all the rest of it? Come through and join the website for those of you that haven't already. We do give you the updates. My calendar will be open also during the month. All right. So at the moment it's closed. Clicking away through everything. Once it's open, I'll basically message you in the community tab for any of the bookings, as well as, yes, during Mercury retrograde, I will be working out the education and information content. So stay tuned for that. Lots of new content coming. And if you want the twin flame updates early, they'll be ready to go in by Monday. So those of you members in the house, your content will be pre-automated. It's coming through to you. You can comment on those videos because I've uploaded it twice. That way, one is for the main page and one is for you guys. So you can chat amongst yourselves privately for the VIPs. Yep, keep an eye on the community tab. Otherwise, download the members app. And I will see you on the other side.